Hey guys, last night I went to an amazing event which was held by the beautiful Lorna Byrne. Now, I'm sure you've heard of Lorna. She's an amazing author, but she's just a beautiful person. I'd never even met her or seen her before last night, and she was just absolutely fabulous. Now, the event was in Liverpool. It was Oh Me, Oh My, which I've never been to before, and it was absolutely amazing. Such a beautiful place. A place where you probably have a nice wedding or just kind of a nice ceremony or a really good party. But last night's event, I didn't really know what to expect, but Lorna's daughter Adine helped me get a ticket, which was just amazing. I didn't think I'd be able to go, but I could go, and it was just out of this world. Now, you'll know Lorna from her amazing book, her first book, which was the fabulous Angels in My Hair. And I mean, if you've not read this, go and read this because it's absolutely phenomenal.
First of all, so how are you doing?
I'm great, fine, not a bother on me, and I'm really looking forward to my tour in England, Liverpool and Manchester and Birmingham and Glasgow. I'm really looking forward to that.
It's going to be amazing. We can't wait for it. For people that don't really know, what's the best way to describe an angel, first of all?
I think the best way to describe an angel is not to, in a sense, allow yourself to say that if you get a glimpse of an angel, that, it's the way everyone else sees it. Angels just appear, they're this brilliant light, but within themselves they give a human appearance, but they can be so different and so magnificent. And in a sense, only for they give that human appearance within themselves. And sometimes they make part of that appearance, they get you to focus on it more than the rest of them, and it could be their hands or their face, or it could be their wings, and that's the part that sticks it in the person's mind. And I believe people in the world today are more open spiritually, because everyone is searching to find out more about angels, more about ourselves, the spiritual part of us, which is our soul. And I always say that spark of life of God that is in each and every one of us. And it's so tiny, but yet it fills every part of us. And I think that's what, most people need to remember out there, that if you lose a loved one and they have died, it's only their physical body that has died. They haven't, because of their soul, and you will meet them and you will see them again. And people all over the world will tell you stories that they got a glimpse of their child or their grandparents or their mother, or they could feel the presence. And the angels help us.
So if anyone's new to praying and obviously discovering angels, what's the best way to start?
I think the best way to start, is there anyone new here that hasn't read any of the books or anything like that? This lady here, she's gorgeous. Well, would you like to stand up? And I'm going to do something. Go on. And what's your name? Anila. That's a gorgeous name. I never heard a name like that before. Well, looking down at all of you there, and even yourself, Chris, I see your guardian angel. And of course, I see your guardian angel, and it's standing right there with you. And it's just giving an absolutely beautiful appearance. Remember, they're neither male nor female, but your guardian angel is giving a male appearance. And I have to smile, but every now and then he puts these enormous hands just right around you, and they look like as if they are gold. He is so radiant. So I can't give you a colour. He is so radiant, but you can see the male appearance within him as a human appearance, and he's just standing right over you and looking down on you. Very happy and pleased you're here today. Okay?
Wow, amazing, amazing. I wish I could see things like that. You must. How does it feel to actually just see that right there?
Like I see it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just normal for me. Like, how do you feel seeing all those people sitting in the chair?
Me right at the beginning, I was a bit nervous at the beginning, I've got to say, of course, with it. So how does it feel to see the angels and all the people there?
I suppose I'm getting used to the people now, where I was used to the angels all of the time, so now I'm getting used to the people.
Yeah, of course, of course.
It's just normal and natural, and it's wonderful to see that more and more people are realising that they have a guardian angel and they're not alone, and that there's help there for them in that way. You know, I think that is tremendous, and hearing now from so many young people, you know, and children as well, like the young man that, you know, I think I told you yesterday, you know, had said he was standing in the queue for 2 hours buying Love, you know, the prayer book, and he had read 70 pages of it, and he just said, I got engrossed. He says, how come I missed this? I laughed at my mom all these years, you know, and he says, I have to get your other books, you know, and that's incredible when you see a young man suddenly open up in that way, and not, you know, think, oh, well, this is a bit too far-fetched or something like that. And just to realise that he was reading Prayers from the Heart, you know, a book you wouldn't expect him to get engrossed in.
You're talking about faith there, and you talked a little bit in there about, you know, your journey to, you know, your first book, Angels in My Hair, but also that, you know, you have dyslexia, you're dyslexic, so, you know, you struggle immensely, you know, with writing and reading, but yet, you know, you've got 7, you know, biggest selling books around the world, which I just absolutely love. So was it important for you to not let that condition, so, you know, to hold you back?
I suppose it was, I actually really never focused on it. It's kind of like, just that's the way things are. And the angels have always taught me to kind of get on with things, you know, to try and do my best. So it doesn't really bother me. The only time I get frustrated is going through an airport, or you're in another country, and if all the signs were the same, I could learn them, but because they change, you know, sometimes that's why I can't travel on my own. And I won't let the angels help me, because that was one thing. Even as a child, I used to say to them, no, I'll do it myself. I was very determined, you know, to do things myself. Now, they would help me, you know, but sometimes I would scream at them, go and no, like, and of course, even when I'm given directions, if you gave me road directions, you know, you drive down this road and you go left, then you drive down, you go, you know, more than likely I would go right instead of left, because even my right and left mix up. But as a child of all these 60 years of practicing, so you're always practicing when you're dyslexic. So I practice, this is the right, this is the left. So I have to kind of
find a way. Find a way for you, which is important. Yeah. I think, you know, for many people that are watching, necessarily the ways that everyone does things isn't necessarily the way for you.
Exactly, and I think that is, you know, when the first book came out, Angels in My Hair, and even right up to today, I meet so many people that have, you know, dyslexic or other issues, and they would say, you know, you give us great courage, great confidence, because if you can do it, Lorna, we can. And they might be studying maybe to be a dentist, but they have dyslexia, you know, but yet they will turn out to be a brilliant dentist.
Definitely is. And I think, you know, Lorna, like right now, you know, everything that's going on, you know, with the coronavirus, and of course, you know, going into 2020, there was the terrible fires. You know, it's not been the best start to, you know, a new decade, really. I mean, is there any reason, you know, why are we going through these testing times at the moment?
Why we're going through these testing times? I love the question. Well, one thing, you know, I have been shown many futures. Okay, and in the end, they all come together. And I think what's happening just at the moment is like wake up call. Come on, wake up. You know, we have been given a beautiful planet as a gift, but we treat it badly, you know, and I know we can save this planet. I know we can, because that's one of the futures. I was shown that we make this world, again, like a little glimpse of heaven. So we have it within us that we can do it. But, and again, that's, you know, our planet, you know, trying to heal itself. You know, nature trying to fight back. So I suppose we have to kind of wake up a bit. And I know there's millions of people out there that are doing everything they possibly can. But I suppose we have to press our governments and everything like that. And we do need to plant more trees. But there's other ways that will help our planet as well. So that in a sense, we wouldn't have to have as many fires, that they could start naturally, but they wouldn't have to be so big, because sometimes fires are important for nature at different times, and that's okay. But I suppose the North Pole or whatever poles are melting, that's a huge issue as well. You know, so our governments and science and everything knows that we're putting out too much pollution even today. So I to try, what would I say myself when I go in to buy vegetables? Please God, I won't have to buy any vegetables next year. I'll be working on growing all my own. But when I go in to buy vegetables in a supermarket and I go to the organic side, and I have actually asked in the supermarket, why are the organic vegetables in plastic wrapping?
Yep.
You don't need them in plastic wrapping, you know. You know, we're meant to be making a big effort, and we have to educate our children. You know, like when I was in Canada at one stage, I learned about, you know, that butterfly, what is its name? It travels thousands of miles, but their population has been, it comes from one country, goes right across Canada into the States. So they really travel huge distance.
Wow.
But their population was cut in half. And in Canada, they have everybody on the route the butterfly takes, even outside shops. You see these dishes with fruit, sliced fruit, to feed the butterflies. And you just see, you know, you could be going in the door and there's a load of butterflies having breakfast, or, you know, another little bit for the rest of their journey. And the fruit is kept fresh for the butterflies as well. But then you would have other species coming as well to feed. We have to help nature, because we need nature.
We do.
I think that's one thing the angels and Angel Jimison, you know, when I wrote about Angel Jimison as a little girl, you know, and what I'd call his big stick, or, you know, and he tapping the earth, and I getting such a fright and running, you know. But he's a beautiful angel. You know, he's the gatekeeper of our planet. That's what I would call him. And he does everything. And he's been giving so many messages to the world already. But we're still not listening good enough. We're still thinking money and material things are the important things.
But of course, Lorna, you know, we've got to talk about, you know, you've got a brand new children's book coming out on the 5th of November, this Thursday, which is called My Guardian Angel, My Best Friend. So, Lorna, what was the inspiration for this beautiful new book?
Well, let's say it started a long, long time ago. The angels used to say, you have to write a children's book. And I kept saying, no, no, no. But I always knew, again, I would at some stage. And I have just met so many children all over the world, and they tell me stories and send me letters of how their guardian angel has helped them, and they're so glad that now they know they have a guardian angel. And I suppose that's what the book is, to inspire parents to help children to realize that they have a guardian angel. You know, I would love parents to support children in that way. And of course, the book is called My Guardian Angel, My Best Friend. And that's a very significant, if I'm saying that word, because it's after a young boy that's not here with us anymore. He went to heaven, but I always remember him standing in the audience and he's saying, Lorna, I don't have a question. I just want to let you know about my guardian angel, my best friend. So we have named the book in that way. And there's 7 stories, and one of the stories is about Jacob and his guardian angel Grasshopper. And then there's another story about Cyril and his guardian angel Swift, because Cyril didn't have the courage. He was always watching other boys racing and things like that, and his guardian angel was helping to give him courage in that way. And Jacob is about, you know, his guardian angel, but it's about his little sister, and his guardian angel Grasshopper reminding him that his little sister loves him, even though his little sister is driving him crazy. You know what I mean? In that way. And, you know, another story is about Tommy. I won't name them all, but his guardian angel's name is called Left Foot. And Tommy was, you know, he wants to make friends so desperately, and he wants to be good at football, and it's all about that relationship and eventually him getting friends, his guardian angel supporting him and giving courage and strength. And that's what the stories are about. It's about everyday life in children's life and their guardian angels, you know, giving them the courage and strength. Because again, the letters I would get, or I might be at an event and a guardian angel or a little child, and some of the children are 12 years of age, some are 8 years of age. You know, it's all ages. I've been asked about putting what would you say, an age limit on it. But to me, it's for all children, and it's for parents to read the stories to children that can't read maybe at the moment. And again, for parents to give support, because so many times I would meet children and just the stories they would tell you would tear your heart. I always remember one place, and, you know, the room was crowded with children, and I spoke about the guardian angel, and I said, one thing I said, you can share any secret with your guardian angel. And when I said that, the room went silent. A child was like as if they weren't even breathing. You know what I mean? There was no fidgeting or anything. And then this little boy puts up his hand and he says, really? I can tell my guardian angel any secret? And I said, yes. And he said, it was like as if he forgot the room was crowded. And he said, well, can I tell my guardian angel a secret now? And the secret he spoke of was being alone at home and not having any food in the house. And he had been that way already for 2 weeks. And of course, the few adults that were lining the sides of the room were shocked. You know, but it is for a child to be able to share those secrets with their guardian angel. And then they get the courage and the strength, as that child did, to tell me at that time. And I suppose that's, in a way, it's to help children. I just hear so many stories and children saying now, you know, they're learning now that they have a guardian angel, and the guardian angel is always there with them. It's just making such a difference. But a lot of the time, if their parents don't believe they have a guardian angel, or in a sense aren't open enough, the child doesn't learn that it has a guardian angel. And I think that makes the struggle harder. It's like even the little 12-year-old boy that just said to me, Lorna, I'm so glad that my sister and I, and especially his sister, knew that she had a guardian angel, so she wasn't alone. I'd hear some very sad stories. So I think it's so important. I know lots of children learn in school they have a guardian angel, but that's in school. That's not real in one sense. For the children I hear from, and even sometimes when I'd be giving a talk and, a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old, and the parents would say, can you tell them the name of the guardian angel? And I just look at the child and I stand closer and I say, can you tell me the name of your guardian angel? And the child tells me, and the parents are kind of, oh, we never knew that. But you have to remember the name of the guardian angel, the child's guardian angel, is personal to the child. It doesn't want everyone to know the name of their guardian angel.
It is personal, it is. And of course, it's a lovely story there, Lorna, as well. And within this book, it's so special because, your beautiful daughter, Adine, has helped to illustrate the book as well, which is so beautiful. We've got Lorna Byrne, we've got Adine Byrne as well. What's it like working with Adine on this book, Lorna?
It was very exciting working with her, and I actually loved every moment. And then at times it was stressful, to get everything on time. And, she done just fantastic illustrations, and she done them in charcoal because that's what the publisher wanted. And it was her first time to do anything like this. So that's why at times it was stressful. She was nervous and anxious, and I would just say, listen, ask your guardian angel to give you strength and take that nervousness away. And she enjoyed doing them as well. And we just had a lovely time together. And she edited the book as well for me. She does that. She does the editing because she's so used to mommy talking and the computer printing out wrong and all of that, and she comes back to me. I love when the angels had said to me to ask her to do the illustrations. And I always remember that day, she looking at me and she's saying, really? In that way. And I said, yes, would you like to do them? And she says, yeah, I'd love to, and I know they were inspiring her as well. And I know everywhere there's an illustration in the book, it's connected to part of the writing that is on that page.